welcome to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game.
Like poker.
Let's meet the panel.
I'm Ari.
I'm Nick. Charlie.
And I'm Josh. And as you can see, Charlie is back. And someone else that's back is Nick for the first time for season 12.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, great to have you back on board.
Hey, Nick.
Great to be here.
5th season in a row.
I also want to interrupt real quick. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I got you a little something.
I'll be 29 on Sunday.
I'm lucky to have a Sunday birthday.
Russell Stovers!
Oh, Russell Stovers.
Yeah, you know what?
Caramel.
Red, white, and blue Oreo.
Patriotic.
Yes. You can taste the freedom. I'm not even joking. You can literally taste the freedom. That's how good it is. And I know you like A&W root beer, so I got you a couple of these.
Oh, wow!
that made you the happiest.
Love root beer. And A&W is my favorite.
It's, you know. So, I ripped the bag apart. I was kind of a dumb move. But anyway.
Thank you very much, Charlie.
You give me nice gifts, I want to give you nice gifts.
I appreciate it, Charlie.
Now I'm going to get smashed on Snapple. Don't tell my mom.
Super smashed.
We'll have to have a vote sometime.
Don't use those as maracas or they'll explode.
Yeah, I'm not using them as maracas.
I learned that the hard way.
But, yeah, it's, I'll have to do a poll sometime to see who's had the best birthday celebration on Literary Gladiators, because we have a good time with birthdays.
I was going to try and bring my drums over, and they were going to do a little song and dance for you, but...
Oh, and we've celebrated Charlie's birthday 5 times.
You know, I want to do... It's like, I have to do something. I
remember the sad story of Henry was probably my favorite. That was one of his birthday episodes, right?
No.
Oh.
Watership Down was for that season.
Yeah.
Is that when I was...
But we filmed that on his birthday, I remember.
Yeah.
I thought it was in September.
Anyway.
It came out in September of 2017.
Yeah, I was pushing 6.
It was still a good one, though.
Anyway,
we're going to be going over a play from the Off-Broadway Festival Plays' 41st series.
No, it's from The Simpsons.
No, it's not.
It is from the...
It's called...
Risen from the Dough!
Not that kind of dough.
I got you.
Risen from the Dough by France-Luce Benson.
No, it's France-Luce Burns. Mr. Burns.
Let's have a reading lesson.
It's Benson.
Reading lesson time.
What happened?
Ba and son.
You know
Benson.
You know Ben in Hebrew also means son, so technically his name is Son.
Okay then. But
I feel smart.
They have a festival each year. There's a competition and the winners advance. The top 6 are performed, and they also they get publication in this nature.
And these are the top 6.
Yes, or the ones on the cover were the top 6 for the 41st series, and that was 2016.
After we go over Risen from the Dough, there's another one in here I just wanted to briefly mention.
Okay. But this particular play follows 2 sisters. Their names are Maurice and Leonid. They worked at a small bakery in Little Haiti in Miami, Florida. And they're preparing for a health inspection from the county health department. And each sister, Maurice, the older one, is a little bit more stubborn and set with her ways, while Leonid is a bit more come to terms.
She's more insistent, looks like.
She knows that no matter what they do, they're going to have to go through it. But the changes are very minimal. They just need to put in a soap dispenser for their sink and have a sink designated for them to wash their hands.
Right.
But the discussion starter I have is, what did you learn from this piece about Haiti and about immigrants in general? Do you feel that Maurice and Leonid's contrasting personalities helped in displaying this information?
I think that we have to be a little careful about, these kinds of things, because you're looking at a lot of people in America are just like, oh, well, you've got immigrants are bad, immigrants are not, we don't belong here, blah, blah, blah. And it's completely, I'm not a fan of it at all. But I think also, you kind of look at it from this perspective, you can see, oh, well, you know, the immigrant, like, it's the other people, like, you can't trust the other people either.
I think a lot of it, though, has to do with jumping to conclusions about how we see people in general, because
Right. It's like your brain automatically stereotypes everything.
Have you ever watched Sanford and Son?
Yes.
I
know about
Fred
it.
Sanford, who was played by Red Fox, he was prejudiced toward everybody, all kinds of groups of people. He was a bit easier on the black community, as long as it wasn't his sister-in-law. Some of it is defensive, but some of it is a sense of jumping to conclusions and going, as you said, jumping to stereotypes of other people.
This entire book
Yeah.
screamed one message to me, and that was, don't make a ass out of you and me. Don't assume.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the main I got from this. And-
Because because you want,
even if you're in
yeah,
a minority, I mean.
because Leonid pretty much played the foil.
Mhm.
She was an ally, but at the same time, she was.
Which is why I really liked
Yeah.
Leonid's character probably more than I don't know how to pronounce the other one. Marzi?
I'm saying Maryse, but
Maryse.
I guess it because they're from Haiti, and Haiti is very French influenced. So
I think everything Leonid said was a counterpoint to
Yeah.
whatever
In
the
this,
other character is.
May, she calls her May, but it's pronounced Mai, so it could be Maryse.
Yeah, Josh, Nick, all of us. It's a systematic racism. I've actually watched webinars, and it's basic. It's sociology 101, 101. Whatever. I'm bad with numbers. It's just a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people are just. And it's unfortunate too. They're taught, and they might not be taught directly. It's what is mom and dad. What mom and dad don't
Nature
like.
versus nurture.
Exactly.
Yep.
It goes back to that. You know, if mom and dad don't like it, that means I'm not supposed to like it. Because if mom and dad aren't supposed to like smoking and drinking drugs, I know this is very, very different here, but let me go there. Let me go that extra mile. If they don't like smoking and drinking drugs, and they don't like people of color, then I shouldn't like smoking and drinking drugs, and I shouldn't like people that are a different color.
Doesn't always.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't always work.
Yeah,
that way,
sometimes
of
the way
course.
that you're
It's-
raised is
You
has
know,
a big
you could be
influence.
raised exactly like that and turn out to be the complete opposite. Like, come on.
Or
dude.
or you don't, or you go against your parents.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was saying.
because of that.
Exactly. You know, and
They're siblings. They're not as Leonid is younger, but not by too much.
Right.
But she still has that sense that we need to get the soap dispenser and we need a designated sink
to wash hands.
to wash hands. But that's not going to destroy your culture, and that's Maryse's strongest concern is that it's going to destroy the heart and the soul that they put into the business because they brought a piece of themselves when they left Haiti and came here.
Yes.
I don't understand how a new sink will change all that.
It's not going to. It's a health requirement.
No matter what
Yeah.
your nationality, race, whatever.
That's what
Doesn't
they
matter.
have at the supermarkets. In every department, you have a sink with a soap dispenser, and you wear gloves.
And it's not just a supermarket too. It's
Yeah.
or a restaurant. It can also be, obviously, it has to be places of care, like schools. You know, obviously the schools. It mostly be for the custodian, kitchen, the staff, for the support staff, people in, like I said earlier, healthcare, hospitals. Everything is designated, and there's a reason for that. There's a uniform reason for that, a cohesive reason. Something that makes sense, something I don't do often.
I think the most fascinating thing about the story is actually what causes, again, I'm pronouncing her name wrong, I know, Maryse, to actually change her mind about the soap dispenser. It's talking about the guy, what's his name?
Fritz, her husband.
Yes, her husband, Fritz. And like, oh, she's like, no, we don't need. And then she suddenly takes some of the food that she makes or something and puts it in her mouth. She's like, oh, you know what? This reminds me exactly of him, and I'm going to help you keep alive.
The dryer. It's
I'm not sure what that is. I think it just said more.
It's also gear up. It's It's often viewed as Haiti's national dish.
Got it.
It's a pork shoulder marinated in citrus, braised, and then fried.
And for your discussion starter, there, I just learned something about Haiti.
I was doing research on that and the epice, which is seasoning used in most Haitian dishes, because they cut it up at one point. Which that's one of the things I like, is that France-Luce Benson is she's a Haitian playwright, and a lot of her plays are driven to recognize Haiti. And this one happened to be an entry for this off Broadway, and this does help out playwrights like herself.
It was a good one.
Yes, and I think it was
Short and sweet. That's what I'd call it.
It is short and sweet, and to the point, because she's she creates a sense of atmosphere, and she gets everything that she needs to, or feels that we need to know. And I think one of the other great accomplishments is the whole idea that bad people are bad people. They don't identify with a designated race or background, because the people that killed Fritz were Haitians themselves.
Exactly.
It was their own people that killed him. They badly wounded him, and eventually he died from the complications. But Giraud was just that token alone was able to help her move forward. And sometimes that's all you need. It's not like clean, sterile hands are going to ruin that. If you decide you're going to go home and you don't want to use a soap dispenser or a designated sink, you don't have to. This is just for the purpose of the business, the small bakery.
And for passing the examination.
And for passing the exam, yes. But
And it's other people coming in. You're feeding people, you don't know their background either, too. I mean, again,
Especially here and now.
But this, I think, gives people that gateway to helping people develop a greater understanding. And food is
I love food.
Food is one of the easiest ways for people to come together culturally, because food is a global entity and it's a necessity. All of us need to eat.
And you know what, Josh? I mean, this is a great example, but I mean, like, there's another story in here too that kind of has the same kind of lesson about tolerance and you know, what Charlie was talking about with, you know, possible systemic racism, how you overcome it. And that was the Grandpa and the Gay Rabbi by Jonathan Josephson.
I remember you were telling me about that.
Which I read just out of curiosity. I also had my dad read it. He thought it was really interesting. I think that also, I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, but it was a really good story, because it was talking about this guy who's just like, he doesn't understand anything about, you know, what's going on, and at the end of the story he gets to realize it. It's like, it's the lesson of tolerance.
It's an older man who is looking, or
He looked at things in a different way before he did at the end of the
From
story.
more of an old school kind of way, where
Back in my day, that's when you get that thing. You know, and I read that. I read all of these, by the way. I'm not trying to derail anymore, but I read all of them. They're phenomenal. But these two really spoke.
I would like to read all of them at some point.
Oh, you have one?
I have a copy. Yeah, I got it off of. It was Samuel French, but now it's Concord Theatricals.
I like Concord grape jelly.
I just found it pretty interesting, and I saw a lot of judgmental aspects in that in the play. I actually used to live down in Florida for a while, and I met Haitians, and honestly, the way that they described it in this play, like how they act towards other people, is very similar. And it's just, it's sad. It's sad to see that, like, nothing really changes over time.
It's especially sad they're coming in from Haiti as a country is in a terrible situation.
Yeah, it's not doing well.
One
I
of the
remember
worst
when we
places.
were in high school, we did a fundraiser for Haiti.
That was when they had that earthquake. Or it was,
I believe
It was an earthquake, storm, something like that.
Yeah, it was a
maybe bold.
major disaster. And
More than one.
but their government too is a mess.
So what government isn't a mess?
The way that, I mean, they're a special. They're just.
Did you just say what government is in that?
Yeah,
What
it's
government
just,
is on? Yeah. And at that time,
And yeah, they're in a situation that's hundreds of times worse
Yeah.
than
And I
us, and that's saying something.
At that time, I was working as a substitute teacher and substitute paraprofessional, and the teacher the English, she taught Spanish and other courses, but that was she was just so shaken up because she had family there, and I said, why don't I teach the course if that's okay? And she said, please do, because I can't be here right now. So I had to teach the kids for that day Spanish, and it was very painful because I don't know. I said, "Cómo estás?" You kids teach me. So we opened up that cultural barrier too, and it worked. And she's doing well from what I heard about.
Oh, that's good to hear.
You know.
Do we have any final thoughts?
Not anything additional to what I've already said. I think it was really good. It explains tolerance, it explains racism, it explains nature
as-
versus nurture.
And it gives us a great gateway into another culture from the perspective of somebody from that culture.
I didn't like gateway computers. They made fun of cows.
I love cows.
How would we rate this 0 to 5 scale, half stars permitted, Ari?
Well, I wasn't expecting. Actually, was not expecting that question because usually I ask that for books. But if I wanted to, let me think about this. I would probably say I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It was informative. It was short. It was easy. It was easy to understand. It was a good message. I'll probably give it 4 out of 5. I liked it.
I would say 3.5. I thought it was, like Ari said, it was very good. Like it told the proper story. It was showed the racism, and like it was just not what I was expecting from the title, which I always judge a book by its cover because that's just how I was raised. I don't
Yeah, this really isn't.
That's not the best cover to judge there. Lots of letters and words.
When it comes to these play
I love
collections,
I can tell.
they generally, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to stick out is the color.
And color shouldn't matter. And I'm giving this a 5
Yay!
because it did exactly what it was supposed to.
5-star Dan.
It didn't taste good, but I'm giving it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 5 too, because
5-star Dan.
I think it accomplished everything that it set out to do, and I can't find anything that I could take off for because the characters are very well developed. They have a great chemistry with one another. You get a great sense of culture. You get a great sense of the gustatory. You have that great sense of conflict that is placed in there, both on the set and within the background. And yet they're able to have this all put together in just...
It was like, what, 7 pages, maybe 8?
Yeah, it was a total of...
It was good.
60...
I may have also given it a perfect score had I known a little more about Haitian culture, which I didn't, but...
Yeah, I think it's not...
It's okay.
Give or take, it's 9 pages.
Okay. So,
But, yeah, I think that there are things you have to look up. It's not like we're going to be going over a series of unfortunate events in a few weeks.
It's going to be good.
hey, I know who's living my life.
But with that, they tell you right out what this is and what that is. But
Of course, it
think
changes
that,
later.
yeah, I mean, with the play, you can't really. I think that you have that visual image, but you also have that sense that if someone was wondering what it was, they can simply look it up for specifics.
Exactly. And I was going to add, it makes you think a little bit because it forces you to do that research, and it opens your mind. And again, these plays you don't have to really dig for a meaning. It's like right there. Maybe read it 2 or 3 times, and it's right there. You don't have to go and sit there like this.
A lot of poems are like very hard to understand.
It's right there. The message is right there. You know, treat how.
The message is there. You just need to dial the voicemail.
I don't have a voice now. Treat others how you wish to be treated. Amen.
There it is.
Amen, brother.
The golden rule.
Alrighty.
It's golden.
Wise words. If you are interested in checking this out, here is a copy. This is from Samuel French, now Concord Theatricals,
I thought
off-Broadway.
you said it was Haitian, not French.
It's Samuel French is the name of the publisher.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Concord Theatricals is what it became. But
And then I said something about Concord grape jelly, and you all hated me for a few seconds. And
Off Broadway
yeah,
Festival
I
Plays
know.
41st Series. It includes Clarity by Corday Arrington Tuttle, The Cleaners by Lindsay Joy, the one that Ari mentioned, Grandpa and the Gay Rabbi by Jonathan Josephson, Monsoon Season by Lizzie Veh, Risen from the Dough, which is what we're going over today, by France-Luce Benson, and Wedding Bash by Andrew Leeds and Lindsay Craft.
that was a funny one. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny.
Thank you for tuning in to this discussion. I hope you check out some more videos from our channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, be sure to let us know by giving us a good old like. And if you want to continue the discussion, feel free to do so in the comments, and we will be happy to keep things going.
Hit that bell, please. Support us.
Be sure to join us next time on another episode of Literary Gladiators. For now, keep reading.
Keep reading. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy
Pin the tail on the
birthday.
seahorse.
I'm not doing it.
Hi everybody, this is Ari from Literary Gladiators, and next time we're going to be going over a comic book collection. We'll be going over Garfield at Large by Jim Davis. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember, if you like Literary Gladiators, to like and subscribe to our channel. Definitely support our Patreon, that's a good idea as well. And hope to see you next time. Keep reading.